So Tron and BitTorrent came together in a partnership to launch the Season 1 Tron Grand Hackathon for 2022, and they focused on 4 major sectors, which is Web3, DeFi, GameFi, and the NFT sector. Now, this hackathon was funded with $500K, and the first place winners was able to win $50K in those 4 sectors. Now, I'm going to be briefly highlighting 2 of them, which is in DeFi and GameFi. So if you're one of those people that's only into crypto, I got you covered. And if you're one of those people that's into crypto and NFTs, I got you covered as well. Now, before we dive into those 2 projects briefly, I just want to share with you something regarding Tron and Vitalik Buterin. Let's check it out right after this. Welcome back to the channel, millionaires. I'm Mike the Investor. Now, back in January, Vitalik Buterin, he made a couple polls, and the first one was, for Ethereum community, you wake up in 2035 and 80% of all transaction plus savings in the world are in one currency that is not ETH. Which would you prefer? And you can see the winner was ADA, right? And Bitcoin was number 2. And you can see how many votes, over 600K votes. Now, check this out. He asked the question again. You wake up in 2035, 80% of transactions plus savings in the world is in one currency that is not ETH. Which would you prefer out of these options? You can see Tron, right? Tron had 51.3%, which is crazy. And this is coming from Vitalik Buterin, who has a pretty large following, I believe over 3 million plus followers. Now, the last thing I want to show you regarding Vitalik Buterin, this was a interview that happened, I believe, sometime earlier this year. Take a listen to what he has to say right here.
Actually, this reminds me of a fun fact from my recent trip to Argentina. Guess what is the alternate layer 1 that people just using cryptocurrency on the ground for commerce in Argentina are using most often, that as far as I can tell.
Bitcoin?
No, Bitcoin's also expensive, right?
Oh, okay.
It's one where transactions are extremely cheap.
Okay, well, let's go through it. Is it Matic?
No.
Is it okay? Not Matic. Is it Terra?
No.
Solana?
Wait, I think you might be
No.
right. I think it's Tron.
Binance? Is it going to be Tron?
Okay, Tron is probably one of the number 2. Like, what's the number 1?
Binance Chain?
It's Binance, not Binance Smart Chain. Binance
itself.
Decentralized Exchange.
So there we have it from Vitalik Buterin himself discussing what is the number 1 and number 2 blockchain in Argentina. And Vitalik Buterin would definitely know what is going on. And so now that we kind of set the tone for things, this video is definitely for, people who is looking for different blockchains, who are looking for different projects, who also just maybe want more information about just kind of what's going on with different projects. This video is for you. Now, before we touch on the 2 projects, what do these projects get besides that $50K prize money? And that's what I want to touch on as well, because this hackathon is a partnership with Tron and the BitTorrent chain. One of these projects operates on Tron and BitTorrent and some other chains, and then the other one strictly operates on Tron. So let's briefly look at this. So this is a NASDAQ press release coming from the Tron Grand Hackathon, and you can see here are the winners here: 𝗕𝗥𝗘, JustMoney.exchange, Tron Ninjas, and Turo Global. Now, additional to the cash prize, winners will also receive additional support, including funding, projects with a large active user base, project listings on Poloniex, and other exchanges supporting the Tron and BitTorrent chain ecosystem. Also, there will be fast-track listing on Tron-powered decks such as SunSwap, being included in the DApp section on Tron Link, with a featured banner and a featured page on the Tron DAO website, and promotions on Tron DAO related social media. And so these projects can't just win this prize money, and this is one thing I like as well. And the reason being is because it shows that the project is completing goals. It shows the project is moving forward in a successful way before they actually give out this prize money. And so if you look here, the key requirement for participating projects is to build something they have not built before and add value to the existing Tron and BitTorrent chain ecosystem. So yes, we're highlighting 2 new projects, but these projects can also benefit Tron and the BitTorrent chain, and one is already doing so, and we're going to be touching on that. Now, the projects will be tracked based on what they have done and have planned to build through their provided milestones, with prizes being released based on the completion of those milestones. So we can see they're not just giving away free money. The projects actually have to be successful in what they said they're going to do. However, if the milestones are not objectively met, the hackathon reserves the right not to release the remaining portion of those prizes. And so the first one we're going to be diving into is the JustMoney.exchange, and then we have Tron Ninjas. Now, if we just briefly look at what is the project goals for JustMoney.exchange, we can see the first one here: allow crypto users to trade cryptocurrencies on several chains. And number two, facilitate the creation of a payment system. Now, JustMoney.exchange is a multi-chain DEX that has a huge ecosystem that launched back in August. Now, let's go ahead and move down a little bit. Here are the number of days that this project has been live. Also, you earn just by holding, which I'm going to briefly show you that. Here is the number of owners, the current market cap of JustMoney. This is the tokenomics, but let's go up to the product. Now, here are the main 4 products currently going for JustMoney.exchange. You have the exchange itself, which is completely multi-chain, and this is already operating on Tron, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, and the BitTorrent chain, as well as Zenith, which is huge, right? You have the launch pad for new projects, and they also have a JustMoney cryptocurrency gift card platform, and then they have a 𝗠𝗜𝗚𝗡 generator, which is basically a brand awareness tool for the community and projects. Now, one thing I like as well is it is deflationary, so every transaction part of the token will be burned forever. And so also they take the revenue that's generated from the products to buy back and burn JM, which also helps increase the price. Now, one thing I like is passive income. So if you're one of those people that's not real big into DeFi, or maybe you don't want to add liquidity or do staking or anything of that nature, JustMoney, you can actually earn passive income by holding. Every time someone buys or sells, 3% is shared between all of the token holders. So that's pretty cool as well. But we go over to the launch pad. You can see October 1st, you have Baby Churro launch. You have Craftly, which is a secondary NFT marketplace, launched a month later. And then if you look here on Tron Ninjas, this is the second project we're going to dive into. This project launched back in November 20th, which used the launchpad of JustMoney.exchange. And so now if we move over to Tron Ninjas, right? Now I briefly touched on this project a little bit over a month ago. Now their 2 goals is number 1, to digitalize the local arcade and bring back an old art form in a new medium. And then number 2 will be future plan includes building a mini Roblox styles metaverse. And this is coming from the Tron Grand Hackathon 2022. Now, here's the TronNinjas.com website. Now, this is the GameFi project. So for those people that's into crypto and NFTs, this may be a project you want to do some due diligence on. So they still have NFTs that can be minted out, which is currently about 650 TRX. These are the Tron Ninjas here, just giving you a few examples. You can also play to earn. They have their own TNT currency, which I'm going to briefly show you. You can also stake as well. So here will be their games that they currently have. If we go over to, they have the store and merch. We hit the staking feature here. You can see you can stake your NFTs, your Tron Ninjas, if you're not playing the games. You can also stake the TNT currency, and you can also stake their TNT OG currency as well, which I believe is for early mentors, right? And so here are the tournaments that they do. They do have weekly tournaments, which gives people a way to, earn money as well, on top of just, playing their arcade games. And then if we briefly look at the TNT currency, which is the Tron Ninja token, you can see right here JustMoney.exchange, because they use the launchpad of JustMoney, and they're also using the swap widget as well. So you can see this in real time. Now, this is also just a little bit of information on Tron Ninjas, how everything works. Now, the last thing we're going to briefly look at is some of the games that Tron Ninja offers. And one thing that I like as well is even if you don't have an NFT to play their games, you can still actually play their play to earn games and still earn their TNT token. Now, hopefully, you can use to convert to get you an NFT if that's something you're choosing to do. But you can see they have their own version of Pac-Man, Pinball, Tetris, and then they have Duck Shooter. All right, so those were the 2 projects I wanted to briefly highlight on the Tron and BitTorrent chain. Now, they both were winners in the hackathon. JustMoney for DeFi, and Tron Ninjas for GameFi. Now, just to do a brief overview, JustMoney is a exchange, a swap, and they also offer a launchpad, and they're working on a payment system as well. Not to mention they are already interoperable with 5 other chains, which we looked at in this video. And then we have Tron Ninjas, which is specifically on the Tron blockchain, but offers you a way to play games to earn money. You can also stake the currency. You can also stake the NFT as well. And so for those people that's more into the GameFi, you may want to do a little due diligence on Tron Ninjas. But that's all I got for you. I just wanted to touch on, the Tron ecosystem and BitTorrent chain ecosystem, because I'm still a believer in it, regardless of what some of you may think. But I do think Just Money will do some good for BitTorrent chain with it being interoperable. But as we get out of here, smash the like button, and I will see you on the next one.